Hi, this is Scott Dudley, and in this video we're going to take a look at cross-domain tracking in GA4. So first of all, why would you need to set this up? Well, it may be that you've got two different websites. Let's just say, for example, domain A.com and domain B.com. And you've got certain situations where if you click on a link in domain A.com, it then sends the visitor to domain B.com, and you want to be able to record those clicks all inside GA4, because otherwise if you don't set this up, then when you click on the link in domain A, it will just record it as an outbound click and it won't record any of the information happening on domain B. So to set this up, what we need to do is go into admin down the bottom here and then click on data streams, and then we click on this arrow here to go into the data stream, and what we want to do is click on configure tag settings, and then you'll see here the second option is configure your domains, so we click on that. Now you can see at the moment here there are no domains set up in here, and it's worth mentioning as well, if your website is only on one domain, you don't need to track any activity on other domains, and you don't need to set this up. This is only for the purpose of if you've got more than one domain and you want to be able to track activity between those websites. Alright, so what we're going to need to do is click on add condition, and usually I just like to keep it as contains. You've got other options here, begins with, ends with, exactly matches, regex, but really all you need to do is leave that as contains, and then you put in the domain over here. So my website is scottdudley.com. Probably best if I leave it at lowercase. Okay, make sure you put the www in here, but you don't need to put any HTTPS, and you don't need to put any path after it either. It's just the basic domain with the subdomain at the front of it. Alright, then add condition for the second website. So in this particular case, I've set up an old domain that I'm not using anymore just for the purposes of this demonstration. So test.sasstartupstories.com. And then if you want to add any more, obviously you just click on add condition here. If you want to remove any, then you click on the minus sign here. And before I save this, it's probably also worth mentioning that for subdomains, so if I wanted to track www.scottdudley.com and go.scottdudley.com, then that's not necessary, because both of those subdomains are already on the main domain here. So you don't need to worry about that, but because these are on different domains, then it is necessary. So from there we click on save. And obviously you want to also make sure that you've got Google Analytics set up on both of those domains. Okay, so otherwise it won't work. So you can either do that in Google Tag Manager, or you can just add the native Google Analytics code to the website or the web page. Alright, so once that's done, then it's pretty easy to test this out. You just go to your website, and then I've already set this up so that when I click on this link here, it takes me to that other domain that I set up in the cross-domain tracking in GA4. Alright, so if I click on this, then it takes me to the other domain. And you'll see here that after the path, it's got the underscore, sorry, the question mark, then the underscore, and then the GL. So you might need to make the video full screen, but if I just highlight it here, that's what you need to make sure. All right, so it's got the question mark, underscore, GL, and then it's got all of this information here after it, which is just part of Google Analytics way of connecting the two websites together, and it's common to have like this underscore GA a couple of times in the URL as well. So as long as you've got that showing up, then that basically means that you've set this up correctly. But once again, make sure that you've got Google Analytics set up on both the second domain, and then if we go back, and then also on the first domain, and then inside of Google Analytics, it will record those as clicks from one website to the other website, all being as part of the GA4 ecosystem, and it won't record them as an outbound click. So anyway, hopefully that makes sense. If you've got any more ideas of what I should create videos on, just let me know in the comments. Thanks.